Hi, I'm Chandler Collison from Aviom, and I'm here at Full Compass today to give you a quick tour of the A360 personal mixer. The A360 gives you more channels and more control, so you can get a more natural and more musical monitoring experience every time you play, especially if you use headphones or in-ear monitors. And the A360 keeps everything Aviom simple, so you can get your perfect mix in less time and with less work. Now on the A360, each standard mix channel can host either a mono or stereo mix channel. We also have the dual profile channel and one-touch ambience. It's a 36-channel mix engine under the hood, which gives you a lot of audio content to mix. On each A360, those channels can be chosen from all 64 channels in your network, meaning that you can customize the channel selection that each member of the band is controlling, so everyone can get their perfect mix with less work. So to make a mix, all you have to do is select the channel that you want to adjust. We'll start with the kick drum and add some volume. We'll bring in the snare, hi-hat, add some bass, bring in the guitars. It's very easy to make a basic mix. Now the A360 also gives you per channel control for reverb, tone, and then stereo placement of each individual signal. That allows you to quickly customize how your mix sounds and improve the musicality. So let's hear what that reverb sounds like. Let's bring our lead vocal up. There it is, perfectly dry other than the processing that's on the recording. Now I can bring in some reverb. Now the nice thing about that is that it's a very simple control for a musician to use. It's not like throwing a full DSP unit at a musician and asking them to set the DSP while they're also focusing on their music. What it lets you do, however, is get some of that spatial information back into your monitor mix, which is one of the things that in-ear monitor users often complain about, feeling cut off or isolated or the sound feeling compressed. The reverb control is a very good way to improve some of that isolation. Now the other thing that you can do to improve that sense of isolation is use the stereo placement controls. The A360 has pan spread controls for stereo signals, which means you can control both the stereo image of an individual signal and its placement in the stereo image of the mix as a whole. That allows you to maintain the stereo fidelity of each individual signal or submix and also place that signal where it belongs in the stereo image of the mix as a whole. So let me demonstrate. We'll take our piano. There it is in mono. Now, if I take and add a little bit of stereo spread to it, you can hear how the piano opens up a little bit. It sounds better. So I want to keep that stereo image, that stereo signal as much as possible. But I don't want to put all my stereo signals right in the middle of my mix. I want to be able to move that piano left or right to mirror where the pianist actually is on stage relative to where I'm standing. So now I can take that stereo signal and put it anywhere I want in my monitor mix. The result of that is that you can get a very natural monitor mix. So let's hear what a full mix sounds like. So you get a lot of stereo richness, the tone is good, everything sounds full and natural. Now the other thing that we've added on the master tone controls is a third band, which we call enhance. Rather than simply adding a mid control, what we found is that in-ear monitor users in particular would get much more satisfying results with the EQ curve that we designed for enhance. It makes the bottom end a little fuller and it adds a little bit more energy to the high end as well. Now everything on the A360 can be saved to a USB thumb drive, so you can take your mixer with you wherever you go and load your settings onto another A360. So the A360 gives you more channels and more control. It lets you get your ideal customized mix every time you play. There's a host of other features we didn't have time to go through today, but you can learn more at fullcompass.com or by contacting your Full Compass sales representative. Thanks very much.